Hello there. Welcome to my home. As you can see, I'm sitting here reading some fine literature. This is a trading book, because as you know, I'm one of Nick's editors, and I don't know anything about trading, so I'm studying up. I got recommended this book while watching one of our webinars that we have for free on our A1 Trading channel. Our webinars are hosted by a woman named Amy who knows exactly what she's talking about. She'll sit down with you, show you some cool new trading tools and books that maybe you didn't even know about. How to think while trading, what sort of mindset to put yourself in, trading psychology. Our next webinar is going to be on January 27th, so don't miss out. It's a very interactive experience. Be sure to answer questions and ask questions because it's like sitting in a classroom and you're going to really see a benefit in attending this webinar. So I hope to see you in there January 27th.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Before we jump into the charts with Nick, I want to show you guys this. I just saw this as I was scrolling through Twitter looking for some news to share with you guys. This headline actually says, more than 4 years after he said he had the funding to take Tesla off the stock market, Elon Musk will defend that statement in a trial. Investors are seeking billions of dollars for their losses after Musk tweeted a proposal that never materialized. So Elon Musk will be in trial over a tweet that he sent out years ago threatening to take Tesla off of the stock market because he had the funding to do so. And that tweet sent people into a frenzy, causing people to lose billions of dollars in Tesla stock because of it. So he has to go defend those actions in trial. That's pretty interesting. We'll see what happens with that. But let's see. Sorry, we need to share this really quick. There we go. All right, so we are going to hop into the market heat map here in just a second. We're going to take a look at how our assets are trending so far today. We can see our US dollar pairs here are mostly up on the day so far, with GBPUSD being the biggest mover to the upside so far today, up 0.56%. USDCHF, on the other hand, down 0.62% on the day. Most of our major indices doing pretty well. The JP225 up 1.23%. US indices are also performing well. US 30, S&P 500, and NASDAQ 100 all up on the day so far. We can see here US 10Y is actually our biggest mover to the upside today, up 1.51%. Not too far behind it is oil, up 1.03%. And let's see, where is gold at? We're taking a look at all of our assets right here. Gold, XAU, USD right here, down 0.27% on the day so far. Let's finish up with the rest of our pairs. Most of our euro pairs are up on the day. Euro USD up 2.29% on the day. Euro CHF down 0.36%. Most of our pound pairs are up on the day, with GBP USD being the biggest mover to the upside. It looks like all of our yen pairs except USD JPY, all of our yen pairs other than USD JPY are up on the day so far. CHF JPY up 0.62%. Most of our Swiss franc pairs down on the day so far, USD CHF being the biggest mover to the downside. And lastly, most of our Australian dollar pairs are up on the day. GBP AUD up 0.43%, and NZD pairs are mostly up on the day as well. NZD JPY up 0.58% on the day. So let's go ahead and hop into the markets with Nick. Hope you guys are having a great day. Let's get on with the stream. Here we go.
Coming to you live from our studio in Atlanta, Georgia, this is the A1 Trading Daily Show. Whether markets are rising or falling, we're here to keep you up to date with the latest market news. us as we trade currencies, commodities, and indices live, Monday through Friday.
New stream is coming along nicely. I feel like we've got a good start here, and overall, I would say that in terms of coming together, it's going well. We've got a lot of hiccups and things that we're working through, but we're getting closer, figuring it all out, and I think the new stream looks really cool. So first of all, what I like to do here with our new setup is you can actually see below me here my positions as well as Frank's positions. So let's get a quick update on that. Now, Frank, he will be joining us in future live streams, which he has already mentioned he's excited to do so. There's a small chance he may tune in later. I'm not sure about that, but at the very least, we'll probably have him on tomorrow or the days that are coming. Now, what I want to add in terms of that is we're going to be tracking our positions here so that you can see what we're currently trading. So I currently have no long positions. I showed you guys NZD-CHF. This was one that I was long, but I got stopped out. So I took a loss on NZD-CHF. So we can actually take that one off of our position tracker. Now to add, Frank he's probably not going to come on today, but he does have a position on the Euro USD long. So to add those two things, we have Frank long Euro USD looking real good here so far. And myself, I have no positions open. So that's kind of the latest rundown in terms of what we are personally trading. And again, if you tune into the live streams each day, you'll be able to see what we're long, what we're short, etc. So let's take a look now at some of the charts that I am watching for, some ideas, some things that I'm looking for in my own trading. So I'd like to start quickly by just looking at the dollar, which continues to be incredibly bearish. You can see we didn't even get much of a retest. I thought we might pull back a little bit deeper, test that 38.2%. No, no, sir, not even close. We did not even break through these highs before dollar sellers came back in very strong. So overall here, looking at the dollar, I would say things continue to be bearish. And at this point, now watching for a possible flush beneath the previous lows. So if you're watching the dollar, again, this looks like it may have a nice squeeze to the downside. And again, probably playing out well for Frank's signal, which he shared inside of the Discord group, which is absolutely awesome. So shout out to Frank. He can probably hear me right now. So yeah, Euro USD, we'll go take a look at Frank's trade. So he is long. He's got a position open. And the question here, as we approach the previous high, is can we actually break through that supply zone that we're seeing, right? So price retesting the highs here as we get started in the New York session. If we can break through that high, similar to the dollar flush, we could also potentially see a flush to the upside on the euro dollar, or a breakout to the upside there on the euro USD. Now, when looking at this thing off of a daily chart, you can see things have been very strong to start out the year. This is a clean daily chart uptrend, and when we watch this, you have room to continue this sort of uptrend until further notice. Oftentimes, when we talk about on the stream, we're not big proponents of trying to predict reversals, right? We trade trends. That's what we very often talk about here on the live streams. We look for continuation plays. We're not looking to short this. We are looking to go long for potential continuations. Now, if you aren't in on the euro dollar move, one thing to consider might be looking for the breakout and retest of this key zone. But bias here is to the upside until further notice on the euro against the dollar, and predominantly built upon that bearishness on the US dollar. We've talked about this, but let's quickly go over some of the inflation data that we have. And if I quickly go over to inflation, I want to show you guys specifically one of the main reasons I would say that the dollar looks so incredibly weak right now. If we filter out by just USD and we go right here, check this out. The US dollar continues to go down. I'm sorry, inflation numbers continue to go down, down, down. The most recent reporting here in December, the December numbers that came out in January looked very, very healthy, down to 6.5% off of their highs of 9% inflation. Of course, still high at 6.5%, but on the decline. And the decline is in the right direction. That's pointing towards, hey, the Fed might be able to do this thing. They might actually be able to cool this inflation. We'll have to keep an eye on this report, but this is partially or a primary reason why predominantly I am bearish on the dollar, right? So when we quickly take a look back at the dollar, we're not looking to buy this. We're not looking to try and catch the bottom. We are looking to go with this flow. So a couple things that I'm currently long biased on, you've got things like the S&P 500. I am looking for a pullback play on the S&P 500. So my thought process on this, we've got a high here. So it's possible that we do get a pullback. I wouldn't bet on a pullback, but if it does occur, a pullback into support around 39.40 would be where I'm looking to get in, right? So that would be primarily trade number one. The first real attempt for me to get back into my my S&P 500 long idea would be a retest of this area. Now, this might not be my only attempt. So if price plummets down into this area and I take let's say I take a buy trade, right? But then the price continues going lower, my goal would be to stop out pretty quick. So maybe a stop loss below the 38.2. And maybe my second attempt to buy the S&P 500 could be around this 61.8% retracement. Now, this is assuming we get a pullback. We don't know if we're getting a pullback. But if the pullback occurs, and let's say, buy trade number one, buy trade number two. This is two ideas that I have on the S&P 500, primarily looking for long side action. Now, the Edge Finder has been bullish on the S&P 500, and I'll show you guys that on the watch list really quick. So what we're looking at here is the A1 Edge Finder. This is our market scanning software. It helps me look at all sorts of different insights that I share on the live stream each day. Things like the inflation numbers we just studied. Basically, it helps with fundamental and sentiment analysis. And if you don't have a copy of the Edge Finder, we do offer free trials if it's something that you want to see for yourself. We'll have my team drop a link in the chat. If you guys are watching here with me live right now, you can click the link that's being dropped in the chat and fill out that form to get access to the Edge Finder for free. If you're watching this later, a lot of you guys watch these streams back at a later point, you can always go to our website, a1trading.com, just navigate to the Edge Finder page and you can find a free trial there. So I'd invite you to do that. Make sure to do that if you are interested in trying out the Edge Finder for yourself. So the S&P 500, why am I mentioning it so much? Well, it's on my watch list. The S&P 500 as a possible buy trade shows up today as a +4. And a +4 under the Edge Finder watch list gives us a buy rating bias. So when I look at this, we have several things that are pointing. What this score is the summation of the entire row. Summation of the row includes COT data, retail sentiment, seasonality, the trend, GDP growth, inflation, unemployment, and interest rates. Overall, we get a +4 on the S&P 500. This is why I'm bullish on the stock market. I'm looking for indices, looking like NAS 100, US 30, and SPX 500, looking for buy trade opportunities. So as we approach the that pullback opportunity, I'd be looking to potentially get in. You can see here's all the different metrics that we're looking for. We have, again, all the things that I mentioned, COT data, retail sentiment, etc. Where we score highly is a nice upward trend that's been forming. We also get some nice bias from the economic numbers. This is kind of exciting because for a long time we did not see this. So for the S&P 500, we have under GDP growth favors the bulls. Inflation, with inflation cooling recently, favors the bulls. Unemployment is still healthy here in the US at 3.5%. That's pretty good, bullish. Interest rates, bearish, right? Interest rates are still high. That's going to be a negative catalyst to the stock market, but money supply also up, bullish. So most of these categories are pointing towards bullishness on the stock market. And everybody also, by the way, very, very high level of short interest, 54% short interest on the S&P 500. So a lot of traders looking to be short. And so when we combine all those things, that gives us a +4 and a bullish bias on the S&P 500. So now when I go look at the actual chart, now that I have the fundamental and sentiment analysis locked down, what I'm looking for is a pullback into support, primarily at that 38.2% retracement. I would be interested in picking up a small long position, looking for a continuation. Now, if I miss the move, I missed the move. If we break through the highs and just trend higher, then it is what it is. I've missed the action, and that's okay. It happens. But if we pull back, that's going to be where I'm patiently waiting for that opportunity. Did I take a trade on gold? No, I didn't, but we'll take a look at gold here together and see if there's anything. So my thought process with gold is I'm looking for that 50% retracement, and we'll zoom in here. I'll change it to the 1 hour chart so we can talk about this in detail. So looking left, In hindsight, I shoulda, coulda, woulda picked up that 38.2 because it's looking really clean today. But the basis here is at that 1898 or that 1900 round number play. A pullback into this consolidation could offer some support structure. And that's kind of where I'm at with the gold market. If I am going to be long, it's going to be off of a pullback into that area of support, looking for a continuation move. So that's where I'm at with the gold chart. Again, uptrend overall. Price looks healthy. Look at that. I mean, that's not a market I want to be short on. And again, for a long time, we were very short biased on gold, right? As we continued trending lower, much of 2022, we were very bearish on gold or bullish on the dollar. And that has flipped, really. 2023 has shown some promising opportunities to the upside for gold, at least so far, and we will be reacting accordingly. So if I look at this, I'm saying, okay, buy potentially on a pullback, stops below. And if this thing crashes back the other way, again, people sometimes, they'll be like, well, Nick, you thought gold was going up and then it went down. You're an idiot. And sometimes I'll be the first one to say I'm wrong about many of my ideas in the market. What matters most is that when you have an idea, how do you handle it? Do you stop out quickly and take losses respectfully, or do you hold on to losses and make them into a ginormous problem, right? So even when I'm wrong, I'm trying to be wrong small and right big. That's trading 101. Easier said than done, of course, but the thought process there is I have a technical area that I'm looking to get long, a nice overall uptrend, and I'm stacking odds in my favor to try and trade with that. So let's see. What do you think about silver, Nick? Hey, Brian, we'll take a quick look. Much of the same with gold. You've got a pretty healthy uptrend overall, a little bit more choppy than gold. If anything, I would trade gold over silver at this time personally. Let's go back to the Edge Finder. We'll take a look at the watch list section and see if we have anything. Audio is lagging. Is audio quality bad on you guys' end? Can you hear me okay? Let me know how we're doing audio-wise. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. Let me know if there's any visual or audio issues. I can, our team behind the scenes is trying to manage the stream the best we can. So just let me know how it sounds. Okay, so let's look at the list here and see what else we have. GJ, I took a look at GJ this morning. I don't have too much to say on it. We're still bearish on GJ, but only if it pulls up to 38.2. So we're a ways away. You're talking about a 280 pip movement away before things really get interesting to me. So we won't spend too much time as that one doesn't really seem anywhere near an entry. Let's keep going. We'll look at some more charts. AUDUSD. Let's look at AUDUSD potential sell. Okay, so this one I definitely do not want to be selling because even though the Edge Finder has a bearish reading on it, the technicals look incredibly bullish. So this is a mistake many new traders using the Edge Finder make. They think just because the Edge Finder says, hey, it's got a sell bias, it doesn't mean sell it right here. What it means is it just thinks overall the factors that contribute to the Edge Finder are more bearish than they are bullish. So when you stack that in your favor, but then you also are patient enough to actually wait for technical setups to the downside, that's where you're actually going to get that more favorable results. When you have good technical setups and the strategy that you use on the technical side and combine it with the fundamental and sentiment analysis that the Edge Finder helps you out with. So anyways, AUDUSD, like I said, would be bearish if we can actually break structure. Right now, this thing seems to be trending well to the upside. Let's see, Euro Swiss also on the list. So let's go take a look at Euro CHF, so Euro Swiss as a possible buy trade here. Wow, this is actually kind of interesting. Your 4-hour chart. We don't have a lot of structure looking left. I mean, your last key breakout point was not all the way, it's back down below at 99.08. So despite this one looking like a clean, strong move to the upside, it's got no structure looking left. And usually what I like to do is if I'm going to take a trade, I like to line it up with structure. Despite that, though, we had a nice little candle here, right? A huge pin bar, strong move off the 50% retracement. You might see some continuation of this trend, but probably not a trade that I'm jumping into myself. Prashant, there's your Euro CHF. I just saw your comment that you're asking about it. So yeah, like I said, it's not my favorite trading setup right now, just because we don't have a lot of structure looking left. but the idea is still there. Let's go back to this NZDCHF trade. So I made an attempt to get long on NZDCHF, and let's see, where's this at? So I went long, I got stopped out, unfortunately did not hold. But if I put myself in perspective where I took the trade, I still liked this trade. It had a bullish bias from the edge finder, and at some point was in profit for a little bit. So let me see if I can show you this. So price runs up, right? Forward. Price runs up into this area. And I'm like, okay, that's a nice reaction. This level seems pretty stubborn. So I'm going to pick it up long, right? And price comes down to my level and I get hit into a entry. So I'm currently long, right? So it looks good. In my view, this is a trade I take every time. It has the edge finder bias, nice technical setup. And what goes wrong? Why didn't this trade work out? Well, you can see it actually went quite well for a brief period. NZDCHF launched up into that previous high, but unfortunately, this is going to happen sometimes. We hit that previous high and could not stay above it. So you'll see what kind of happens next. Price comes launching down, and the orange line, by the way, this was where my stop loss was. So we weren't quite out of the stop loss at this point, but if we keep going, you can see we stay in the trade. We're back to break even for a little bit. And I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm just going to hold on the trade. Stops are in place. If I lose, I lose. If I'm able to break back above these highs, we'll trail stops. That's my thought process. Price comes back down early this morning for me, and eventually hits me out for a stop loss. And so you can kind of see where we're at now. So there's my order execution. I picked up 248,000 units on the long side, ended up stopping out for a small loss there on this dip back. So, was it a bad trade? I don't think so. I think it just sort of chopped out and didn't quite have the follow through that I was looking for. In hindsight, I shoulda, coulda, woulda closed earlier, but trading is much easier in hindsight than it is in the moment. So it's all good. I'm still happy with that trade. I took a trade that met my criteria, and it's on to the next one. Now, in terms of NZDCHF, is there a chance for me to try again on the long side? Let's look at the daily. Let's see how things are going. So I wanted to be long on this. Price started to hold this area very well, and I thought to myself, okay, I wanted to pick it up on a pullback. Got the pullback. The entry was pretty good. It just didn't follow through. And so if I'm looking at this thing from a 1 hour chart, let's call it, it's just really chopped out. So I really would like to see this thing sort of have a revival move, if you will, like a push past the highs would be something pretty cool. But again, would have to sort of see momentum pick up before I'm looking to try and trade this one long again. Real quick, guys, I do want to take a moment to thank our sponsor of the stream. We do have a sponsor that helps us make all of this possible. This stuff is, of course, costly in terms of production. And if you would like access to a really great broker, we have one that is linked in the description down below. We are sponsored proudly by 8cap, and 8cap is a fantastic broker. They're one of the most professional ones that I've ever worked with, and it's been awesome. What's up, Chandler? Yep, he's got the 8cap ball, which they sent us this in the mail, and it's like this little it's like this fortune-telling 8 ball, which is absolutely so cool. Can I hear you, Chandler?
We have the 8cap ball.
You got the 8cap ball. I can't hear you in my end, but I can kind of hear you through the door. So it's it's an interesting dynamic. Oh. But like I said, we're still figuring out the stream. So so let's try this, Chandler. We could do a quick little sponsored 8cap fortune. If you want to just give it a shake. This is an 8 ball that gives us a fortune telling. What do you think?
Okay. Yes. Before we do that, let me just do a little something here.
Let's see if we can.
There we go. Okay, way better.
Let's
the 8cap ball.
Maybe.
All right, so let's see what the old 8cap genie says to us today. It says journal your losses. Uh-oh.
There you go, guys. Journal your losses. There's the tip from 8cap today. Again, investing in the community and helping us out financially in terms of sponsoring this stream. So thank you, Chandler, for today's 8cap fortune. Journal your losses coming straight from 8cap. And again, sponsoring today's stream. If you guys are looking for a better broker, you can trade anything from stocks. You can trade CFDs like gold and the S&P 500. You can trade currencies. They offer plenty of leverage, great, great customer support. I've absolutely loved working with them. And if you are a fan of the stream, click the link in the description. If you use that link, it is an affiliate link, and it's going to help us out tremendously to keep bringing you guys daily value for free on the live streams. So yeah, check that out down below. With that said, let's keep going with our analysis and see if we can find something else to think about. Like I said, my main trade idea right now is that S&P 500 trade that looks like it's going to leave me behind, which, you know, it'll be not the best scenario. But another thing to think about would be if we do just get an explosive move to the high side, I don't mind looking for a retest buy again. So either way, I'm looking to get long the S&P, and if I can, I will. So I'll keep an eye on that. If I take that trade, you guys will see it inside of the Discord channel. If you're not already in our signals group, the link for that is in the description, but we'll also share in the link right now access to our free Discord. So this is what the Discord looks like. We share all of our trades. Myself, Frank, you can actually see on the live stream right below where my camera is, you can see like our current positions. We share the alerts. So if you want to actually get notifications to your phone when we enter a position, but more important, why we actually take the trade. So there's that NZDCHF trade. This is the one that didn't work out. I lost just 30 pips on that one. We had massive winners on the S&P and gold last week. So we're looking for some more trading setups, and any trades that we take will be shared within the Discord. So you can join the free Discord if you'd like. We just dropped it in the chat for you. Click that link, fill out the form, and you can join us there. Or if you want to sign up for the signals component, that is the paid version, which is linked in the description with promo codes available so that you can get access for a better price. So check that out. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have Jake coming on to the stream today. So you're stuck with me for a little bit, and let's see if we can find anything else to pay attention to. Let's go back to the watch list for a moment. So NZD CAD might be one to take a look at. So this one has a strong buy rating. Let's go quickly see NZD CAD. Does this one have anything for us? Oh, look at this, guys. We missed this. How did I miss this one? No, I wasn't looking at the charts this early. NZD CAD was able to break through our previous high. And this is what we talked about on stream yesterday. We talked about this entry. It looks like we missed it, but it might give us that second, that retest opportunity. So you can see we talked about this previous high getting taken out, and on the break and retest, potentially looking to get long again, or not again, but getting long, right? So the idea here, let me see, where did my pen go? It's over here. Retest in this 50%, 61.8, somewhere in this region, looking for a continuation move. So if we can get it, if we get that price pullback, I might actually be entering into NZD CAD, but not quite at a price where I can enter. Sometimes we do these streams where I can't stop taking trades. Other times it's a lot of waiting. And the reality when it comes to this stuff is that 90% of trading really, truly, genuinely is waiting. Whether you're in a position, you're waiting for it to move, or you're waiting for a position to set up and you're waiting. So a lot of these live streams end up being sort of game planning, right? We're looking for setups before they happen and then sort of plotting them out for setups when they do occur. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I've got a lot of things that are pending, but not quite at a place to enter into. So if you guys are enjoying the stream, by the way, smash that thumbs up button, help us out. You just rocket us to the moon with likes. That would be the coolest thing ever. So thank you for your support. If you're one of the loyal followers, hitting the thumbs up button each day, we really appreciate it. Could you look at GBP CAD? Sure, I'll look at GBP CAD. I don't have much bias from the Edge Finder here, though this looks very strong from a technical analysis perspective. Look at that big break to the upside and pulling back to the 50%. I would say this is a technical move that looks good. But where we currently sit, if you're in a trade, I'd be trailing stops. If I'm not in a trade, I'd be looking for a retest. That's kind of from a technical perspective where I'd be at with pound CAD. And STIM Investing says NZD CAD waiting to get long after the testing again, but now is just waiting in most pairs. What about AUDUSD? We looked at Aussie dollar earlier, Vlad. Basically, I'm bearish on it if markets actually start to reverse, but right now they look pretty bullish. US oil, yeah, you know what? We'll look at oil because I believe oil has a bullish bias as well. Yeah, look at that. So Edge Finder has been bullish on oil here. You can see it gets a +5, COT data pointing bullish. Retail sentiment is giving us a bullish signal. Seasonality. In fact, let's go look at oil. I'm curious. Oil might be interesting on a retest. In fact, this, yeah, I don't trade oil often, but when I do, I go all in. I'm just kidding. I do actually think oil on a retest looks pretty good here, though. This is a strong move to the upside. Price trading around 80.91. If price pulls back into that 80 mark, could actually be a setup for me. It has bias from the edge finder. Technical setup looks excellent. Like I said, highs being formed around 81.19. If price comes back down to that 80 mark, I like it long. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And again, if we go look at oil, you can kind of see where we're at with this. So the crowd is short on oil. And this is a red flag. So this tells me, okay, the crowd wants to be short. Retail money, which tends to lose money, they're all selling it. Okay, I want to be more bullish. Trend to the upside looks good, right? So we get +2 there. Retail sentiment, we get +1 there. COT data, we get a +1 in this category. So COT data is showing us that the institutional traders are buying oil, or they are currently long oil. That's huge information. And so that gives us a bullish bias on oil there. Seasonality, the month of January and February, by the way, are positive months, historically speaking, for oil. Doesn't mean that they're certainly going to be positive this year. It's just giving us a bias, right? Yeah, oil on a retest looks good. I'm interested. We'll see if we can get it. If price does pull back, like I said, 80 would be the point that I'm interested in potentially picking up some oil on the long side. Probably some positive correlation to the S&P 500 move. Both of those look like things I want to be long on. The S&P 500 being my number one price right now for things I want to be long. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I'm watching here today, guys. Before we shut down the stream, remember, if you want access to the Edge Finder, try it out for free. We'll drop the link one more time in case you guys want access. There is a free trial form that you just fill out. You give us your contact, and one of our team members will reach out to you and even offer you some training if you would like to learn how to use this tool. If this stuff looks a bit confusing, but you are interested in learning, why not? It's free. Click the link that's been dropped in the chat right now, fill it out, and that form will be submitted to our team, and one of my staff members will reach out to you to tell you more about the software. I've got several people who are trained to answer your questions, help you get up and running with the Edge Finder, and add confirmation to your trading. Think about it this way, right? Here's my sales pitch to you. If this tool improved your trading by just 10%, what would that be worth over years of trading? It's a one-time fee to get access to the software. You don't have to pay anything monthly. You can get access for a one-time fee that is available on our site. And again, I would say 10% improvement is very conservative. For me, Edge Finder trading has been a massive improvement. It's been so beneficial to be able to quickly look at so much data on any trade that I'm taking. This is like my confirmation tool. Every time I take a trade, I use the Edge Finder. And if you don't already have it and you like the streams, get your hands on a copy. You can click the link. It's been dropped in the chat. Try it out for free. Or if you just want to get access to it and you're interested in using it after watching me for a while, get access using the link and promo code that are in the description down below. Thank you guys for tuning into the live stream. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and we will see you back tomorrow. Catch you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to share free value to our audience through daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you enjoy our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And remember to check the description below if you're looking for a new broker or looking for a trading community to join. From all of us at A1 Trading, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.